Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, Talking with Tae'lynn. And tonight is extra juicy. I'm bringing to you the rundown of what went down between Wendy Williams and Nicki Minaj. Yes, Wendy Williams has once again opened her mouth and said the wrong thing, and Nicki Minaj was not here for it. So if you want to know what went down, stay tuned to this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. And let's get to it. So we're all familiar with Wendy Williams, the talk show host. So about a week ago, she decided on one of her segments of Hot Topics that she was gonna congratulate Nicki Minaj on her recent wedding to Kenneth Petty. So, Whitney couldn't make it that easy. She couldn't just say congratulations and move on. She had to throw major shade and be extra rude about Nicki Minaj and her husband. So she brings up why the naysayers would wonder why Nicki Minaj would marry this guy, and the reasons that Whitney think that she would marry this guy is because of her comfort zone. But not only does she says that, she also goes on to say that you can imagine Nicki getting pregnant and having big hips, and along with having a big stomach and all of that. Just rude as fuck. Then that's not where the shade stops. All of a sudden, she went from throwing a few leaves on the tree to throwing the whole damn tree. Just shade. She started talking about how Nicki Minaj, now husband Kenneth Petty, spent time in jail and how he's a sex offender and a killer, and she just went completely too far, completely off topic to what she was going to talk about, congratulating Nicki on her marriage. So not only is she bringing up all of this stuff about Nicki's husband, she then goes on to bring up things about Nicki's brother, comparing him to Nicki's husband, saying that how they're both sex offenders. Then she jumps back to Nicki's husband, saying that he's a killer and a sex offender, and then she goes on to congratulate Nicki, which was fake. Because if you wanted to congratulate her and you meant it from the bottom of your heart, you would have just said that outright and then moved on without all the shade. So I call bullshit on that. Alright, so I'm going to play you a little clip from Wendy Williams' show showing all this tea on how she went in and went off and went too damn far.
Look, there are some naysayers who say, why did you marry this guy, Kenneth Petty? So she's Nicki Minaj Petty. Well, she announced the news on her Instagram last night by showing the Mr. and Mrs. mugs and the bride and groom hat. So we are to assume she's married. But I understand why she married him. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's known by all the world at this particular point in her life. She's the biggest thing going. And sometimes when you're the biggest thing going, you want to have a safety blanket, a comfort zone, and that would be somebody that you grew up with. You know, he maybe wasn't your boyfriend back then. Maybe you just had rock fights and stuff. You know how we get started, girls. I used to love to have rock fights with the boys. Because although I'm not a tomboy, I used to like to hang around with the boys because that's how you get to know the boys, you know. So maybe he was like her rock fight partner or something like that. But I think that she probably will start a family right away. And can you imagine a burgeoning belly with these burgeoning hips? I mean, the plastic of it all, you know what I mean? And she's gonna have a big belly, and she's short, and she's got the boobs and the hips. And I don't know what he does for a living. I just know that he did time in jail for, he's a sex offender. Well, she's no stranger to that, because her in jail for
sex offending.
For sex offending. Well, first-degree manslaughter. Now, he served 7 years in prison, and he's also a sex offender. So that means that he is a man.
All right, so did y'all hear all that bullshit coming from Whitney about Nicki Minaj and her husband? None of that was called for. Now, the two have met back in the day. Back in 2010, Nicki Minaj was on her show. I don't know. They may have had run ins since then. I'm pretty sure they have because I remember Nicki mentioning on her radio show, Queen Radio, that when she was with Nas, they ran into each other then. And Wendy kind of threw shade at her then. But back in 2010, when Nicki Minaj, she was just starting out, she was new on the scene, and Whitney was saying that how she was a fan of Nicki's music. She seems like she keeps up with everything that Nicki is doing. Granted, that is a part of her job being a talk show host, but she does seem to have Nicki in her hot topic segments a lot. So, I just don't understand how someone can throw so much shade and bring so much negative energy to someone when you're supposed to be shining light on a positive thing that's going on in another black woman's life. I just don't understand how she can be so fake and just act like she's congratulating her when that all went out the window. When she started bringing up Nicki's husband's past and shading Nicki and herself and said all these evil things. Now, on to the Queen's response. Miss Nicki Minaj Petty. So she did respond to this, and she has a radio show on Beats One Radio and Apple Music called Queen Radio. And when she done her episode 16, which is trending, her radio show is trending worldwide. Yes, it's trending worldwide. It's been on since about August 2018, so a little over a year. Congratulations to her on that. And also on her new clothing line with Finny. So she's doing big things out there. Congratulations to her for that. So back to her and the Wendy Williams drama. Recently on Nicki Minaj's radio show, The Queen Radio, episode 16, Nicki responds. She kind of responds to what Whitney Williams was saying on her show and all this bullshit about her husband. She kind of responds and she starts off on the topic of saying how when you're married, when you're somebody's wife, you gotta kind of stay prayed up because there's a lot of negative energy coming towards you, and there's just evil people out there that's just hoping for your downfall, which is right. So she just spoke on how you gotta kind of try to stay prayed up and putting it out there that she doesn't play about her marriage, period. So she's just letting you know what it is and how she felt about Whitney Williams saying all this stuff about her husband. So I'm going to let you listen to the clip from her radio show, Queen Radio. This is episode 16. And here's a few of the clips from that. So let's take a listen.
When you're somebody's wife, you got to be even more prayed up. Because you got to cover your husband in prayer. You understand? And so I don't play with that. I don't play with marriage. That's not a joke to me. We always mention people's past. And that's not what God does. Mr. Wendy P. Williams. Kevin said, wait a minute, I'm about to have my baby. He called you and was like, well, hold on. Bitch, I can't come to that episode. My bitch giving birth. My real bitch giving birth, child. So, when you announce my husband, P, there's no need for you to mention his past. Three times in a row, bitch doing a show acting like she fucking stuttering John. Talking about, is it manslaughter? What does that mean? What does that mean? What does manslaughter? Does it mean that you actually killed somebody? Does it mean that you murdered? Bitch, where was you at when Kevin had his dick knee deep in that bitch punani? And it's not about you doing your job. There are people who report the news, and there are people who do it with an evil intent in their heart, viciousness. And I pray for you because I know you're hurting, and I know you must be sick and humiliated. As well as something that he was wrongfully accused of doing when he was 15 years old. Or because he didn't have $7,000 to get himself bailed out. Because when you in the hood at 15, you don't have that kind of money, neither does your family. And when the alleged accuser wrote a letter to the judge asking to recant these statements, she was told that she would go to jail for 90 days, allegedly, if she recants the statement. But white is right. I didn't know that your viciousness and evilness was this deep-rooted, this deep-seated. But I understand why now. When a woman isn't really being loved at home, the viciousness is a different type. So I really wanted to pray for you today. You sat up there being vicious all this time and paid for that man's mistress for all these years, child. You paid for her shopping sprees. You paid for her hotels. You probably even paid for her GYN bills, bitch. You paid to have that baby delivered, ho. How you doing? Stupid. Cause bitch, I don't wanna imagine you without that wig on your head. And that's why he ran. That's why. That's why. And I was one of those black women supporting you when that came out. I was one of those people saying, forget what she said about me in the past. Let's all surround her and now support and uplift her. But you are demonic.
All right, y'all. So that was like a earful. I mean, she read her from the top to the bottom, from side to side. I mean, hey, if you dish it out, you gotta be able to take it. So I don't know. And Nicki Minaj said this is just the beginning because she has more next week. So be sure you guys like and subscribe to my channel for part 2, because Nicki Minaj says that next week she has the scoop on Whitney and some other things that was going on with Whitney and some more people. So I'll be sure to update you guys on that. And let me know down in the comments what you think and how you feel about this. Do you feel that Whitney Williams or Whitney P. Williams, as Nicki Minaj refers to her, was in the wrong? Do you think she went too far? Was she really sincere in her congratulating Nicki on her marriage? Let me know how you feel in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll keep you updated on the latest trending topics. And until next time, peace.